The City of Manchester Stadium awaits the Blue Square Bet playoff final between Luton Town and Wimbledon, but only one of them can go back to the Football League. 3 o'clock kickoff. You are currently watching our build-up in a freeview period. To watch the match, you will need to subscribe to Premier Sports at premiersports.tv or by calling that number 0871 663 9000. The lines are very busy at the moment. We would recommend, if you'd like to subscribe, to use the website. What a stage. Kickoff is approaching then on this big day. High time we heard from both the managers. First of all, the first full-time manager of Wimbledon who's got them on the brink of the Football League. Terry Brown is now with Joe Spate.
Terry, a big day for your club. Is it a mood of tension or excitement today?
Well, there's bound to be excitement. There's bound to be a little bit of tension there. So that's tinged with a confidence on, you know, the fact that we've been playing very well and enjoying ourselves on the pitch. We've said for 6 weeks that this is what we're looking forward to do. This is what our goal is, to come to the City of Manchester Stadium, play on a beautiful pitch and beautiful surroundings and do our stuff. So, you know, time now to go and do it.
And huge momentum, 8 goals in the semi-final and 9 games unbeaten there.
Yeah, fantastic position to be going into it, especially without any injuries. And you know, you can legislate for and plan for quite a lot, but you can't legislate for injuries. And we've been fortunate there. We've got a squad of 22 to pick from. The strongest squad I've had. I've got a bench that you die for, and if necessary, they will come on and make a difference.
And what about the challenge of Luton? You played them twice this season and yet to score against them.
Yeah, fantastic, big club. Gary's taken over, you know, late in the year. The results have been very good, and they'll come here in confident fashion as well. It should be a fantastic game.
And just put into context what this game means for Wimbledon, what this day means, given the history of the club.
Well, it's the closing of one chapter, i.e., if we get up, we're back to where we rightfully belong as a Football League club. And it would also be the opening of another chapter, because you know, football doesn't stop there. You're looking to create history. If we go up today, the players of AFC will create history, and I want them to do that. It's time we done that, and then once we're in the Football League, then we can enjoy ourselves in there.
Wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, the one thing that struck us about Terry Brown so far this week, Steve, is very relaxed. Very relaxed, Terry Brown.
Sorry, can I hear you?
Snuds. Yeah, Terry Brown, very relaxed.
Yeah, very much so. He has been for weeks on end, Steve, and he's very confident. And you see him in the tunnel beforehand, he's smiling, joking, and I tell you what, he's looking forward to the occasion.
Khalid Mohammed's a key player for him. We saw him get a hat-trick against Fleetwood in the playoff semi-finals. He's made a real difference, hasn't he?
He's made a massive difference. What he's got is bags of energy and bags of pace, and what he does, he knows where the net is, Steve, and he's brought numerous goals to the table since his arrival, and he's got to be watched this afternoon. He could cause problems to the Luton defenders.
Okay, Mohammed, you know, he's been a terrific difference, hasn't he, to Wimbledon. He's got pace, he's athletic, he's in a great run of form, and he's one of the key problems for Luton today.
He, of course, is up alongside Danny Kedwell, who, for people perhaps tuning in for the first time, how much has he played a part in getting Wimbledon here today?
Steve, not only is he skipper of the team, but he's an inspiration, because not only does he put a shift in up the front, defensively from set plays as well against, he leads the line, he heads balls out of his own box, but first and foremost, the goals he scores are unbelievable.
Well, Danny Kedwell, for me, is the main reason why Wimbledon are here today. He's been terrific all season. He leads the line, he's big, he's strong, he puts himself about, he's a handful. And of course, we tried our best day after day for a number of weeks to buy the big fella, but I think they would have rather sold the stadium than him to us.
OK, well, Terry Brown appears very relaxed. Let's hear from his opposite number, who, like Terry Brown, has been here and lost before. Gary Brabin is the Luton manager. He's with Alex.
Gary, a playoff final doesn't need any more hyping up, but is today all that bit more special given the two histories of the two clubs?
I think it's added a little bit more spice, hasn't it, with the tradition of both clubs. But, you know, I think from a personal point of view, it's just, you know, we know how big the game is, and you know, it couldn't get any bigger really. So no matter what you add on top of it, it's still a really big game for both teams.
From your experience of these one-off games, a winner takes all, what above all can make the difference out there today?
I think first and foremost, you know, it's obvious you've just got to get your best players to perform to the best of their ability, and you know, we've got a cracking bunch of players here, and you know, I think it's my job to try and prepare them as best I can, and sort of get them to perform to the best of their ability, and you know, hopefully, well, more than hopefully, that we turn up on the day and we can produce what we're good at, some good football, and hopefully a win.
I'm sure your biggest fear is if they turn up on the day, whether they freeze or not. Can you influence that, Gary? What can you do to make sure that doesn't happen?
To be honest, I think we've had enough experiences this year where, you know, we've had a bit of disappointment, a lot of pressure, you know, so we should be ready for this today, and you know, I'm more than confident with the group of players I've picked today that, you know, we can go out and perform on the day.
Just finally, Gary, what would it mean to the club, the fans, everyone at Luton Town if you went up into the Football League today?
Well, I don't think, again, words could describe, you know, I think the frustration of the last few years the club's gone through, and it, you know, it has been disappointing, and it'd be lovely if, you know, it'd be absolutely ideal for everyone if we could, you know, start turning it around in a positive direction, and hopefully starting today.
Best of luck, Gary.
Cheers, thanks very much. Bye.
Snods, we both know him very well. We both were with him that night he lost with Cambridge United. What can he do differently today? How much has he learned from that day?
I don't know what he's learned. It's a different occasion. He's with a different team. I think he'll be apprehensive, but what a big job it is to get Luton back into the Football League. He knows that. He must know it because he's had his phone switched off all day as well. No contact with anybody, so he's deadly focused on getting Luton back into this Football League.
Well, they've got players that can hurt you as well, Steve. Claude Napka is certainly one on his day that can cause problems.
Well, he's in terrific form, isn't he? He's come into the playoffs and a real run of form. Gary Brabham must be delighted with him. He's big, he's strong. Of course, he's putting the ball in the net as he should against Wrexham. There's not many players, we believe, that are still in the conference that can go to the Football League and make an impact. This lad's one of them.
At the back, though, they're strong as well, Snods. A player you've talked about all season. Their skipper, their leader, George Pilkington.
Yeah, he's a good leader, good talker, and good lad as well. Wants to win, wants to get Luton back in the Football League, but his organisation and his will to win, is great.
So it's all set. There's bags of experience, and the atmosphere really is building now.
Yeah, it's terrific. It's great to see all the Luton fans and the Wimbledon fans enjoying themselves. They'll be nervous. Come the kick-off at 3 o'clock. I'll tell you what, the atmosphere in here will be electric.